Hello, good morning. I woke up today and I was like, I have to do a video. So here we are. I'm going to be reviewing for all the people who are looking on YouTube and cannot find. I will be doing a little bit of a walkthrough and review on the vmx200usb from Behringer. So anyway, here's a little tour. Most of my gear is not exactly high end, and my computer just crashed. But sound system's okay. Anyway, so let's get into this one here. In fact, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bust open the box. I'll show you what's in the box, so when you buy it at the dealership, you can tell what's what. Good, perfect. Alright, good morning, by the way. So, I went to Axe Music here in Edmonton yesterday and paid way too much for this, but it was the cheapest one around that had the features that I wanted. So we open the box. You get a free content DVD, and this is kind of important, and I'll explain this one to you later. Contact information for your warranty. This, according to Axe, is a 3-year warranty on it, which isn't that bad. A little Behringer ear sticker. I'm not sure what I'll do with that. Keep it in the bag, I guess. Everyday opportunists have a catalog full of Behringer gear in here. There's whatever, right? Sort of a caution sheet. Keep it away from FM sources, whatever. There's a quick start guide here. If this is your first ever mixer and you want to know how to hook it up, so be it, I guess. It would probably be important to have this, so don't lose it, don't throw it away. Also, this one contained just a USB cable, and I used my own, so I left this one here. No RCA cables or anything like that. Spifferino looking box. Make sure you hold on to your box in case you ever want to sell it or you want to return it, because I think Behringer's had and may still have a little bit of a reliability issue depending on who you talk to. Nobody out there who pro DJs really seems to like them. Well, nobody that I sort of found a review that says, yes, I am a Behringer whore. So, you know, take it with a grain of salt. It's good for a basement setup, I think, and that's what it's sort of marketed towards. Some of the features are just right horse shit, really, but some of them are great. So let's do a little front to back tour and see what I can tell you about the old Behringer 200. Okay, that's gonna suck right there. Let me do this. Didn't think this through really this morning. Okay. I think that might do. Yeah. It's gonna fall over like uber quick. Oh no, maybe it won't. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Not really. Hey, kitty, kitty. Sit up. There we are. I can guarantee you guys this is going to fall over during the course of the interview, but I guess we'll see. No, actually it won't. All right, good. So let's start at the top here then. So what I've got on the front of the unit, and I'll show you anyway. I'm going to have to move this camera like a million times. There are 3 little features on there. Well, 4 if you count the extra in. There is a crossfader curve control, which is fantastic actually, and they've done this right. It works very well. And what that does for the uninitiated is basically when you start moving your crossfader from channel 1 to channel 2, it allows bleed through at a certain point, like where it is right now. You're basically going to have, and if I can show you this, it'd be great. You know, very little sort of crossover anywhere but in the middle of your crossfaders. So track 1 will be going really loud, 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 loud. Suddenly you're at track 2, loud, 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 loud. On the other end of the scale, if I adjust this back down, which I will do right now, or back up, there's the other setting, and you can probably guess just by looking at it what it does. Basically brings in song number 2 here. So if you're DJing a lot of very intricate music and you want to do a lot of intricate beat matching, that might possibly be something that you want. That is what the vmx200 did not have. The 100, sort of the series down. So I sort of bought this one instead. reverse tap and hold, what this does, in conjunction with your crossfader and channels, is, and this is for scratching I would assume, I really don't know, I don't think I'll ever use it, is basically as soon as you tap this down, it instantly kicks over the signal from channel 2 if you happen to be on channel 1. And if you happen to be on channel 2, it'll kick over the signal from channel 1. So it just sort of overrides your crossfader. It's like an instant crossfader back and forth so you don't burn out your crossfader scratching. And same deal, hold. It'll just basically run channel 2 and channel 1 and channel 1 and channel 2. Standard 1/4 inch or a quarter whatever headphone and mic jacks. Don't know if you'll ever really use a mic as a Behringer DJ. And let's get to the top. Okay. Now, I guess we'll just kind of go through it from the perspective of everything. I'm just going to shorten this up here. Okay, so channel selection, channel 1, channel 2, pretty basic junk. Kill this light and see if you can see it better. Yeah, kind of. Alright, so channel 1, channel 2. Basically, you have a phono input, obviously on both sides, and there's a little switch on the back, which you probably won't be able to see here, a little clicker switch. And you'll simply click it out, and it kicks over to the phono side of things. Kick it back in, get you your line level inputs. Now, there are separate inputs for phono and ground. I don't know why they bothered sticking the extra switch in there. It seems kind of stupid to me, but probably because they only wanted a 2-position switch here. But even then, there's a line and a phono side, so I don't know why they have that switch there particularly. It seems kind of idiotic. They probably run 2 sets of ins through one little tiny preamp inside, and we're too lazy to just automatically switch it over. So, same on this side. Now, you'll notice one extra one here, USB. This is why I bought this mixer. Take a look back here. There is, I'll throw on my light again here, a wonderful, fantastic little USB connection which runs from the back of this unit to whatever PC or laptop you want to use. This mixer operates as both a sound card, well, it operates as a sound card pretty much through USB. Now what that means is you can play music in Winamp or any of your control programs through to the mixer, but only on channel 1, okay? It will not be on channel 2, so you better just sort of time your mixes out if you want to use a whole bunch of different mediums. But the really cool thing about this is it works both ways, and this is really why I bought this mixer, because I have well, I guess a fairly decent one really, but this one allows me to record directly to a computer, not through a headphone jack. For those of you who have a laptop or sort of a lower end older PC, which a lot of people have, I mean not everyone upgrades every 6 months, what's great about this unit is you can just record your mix directly through to your PC for editing later. It's very simple. Okay, and it also operates as a sound card, so let's say I've got my desktop here, I don't have a set of computer speakers. What I can do is basically just play some music on my PC, which is, somehow kernel disappeared. Kernel's taking a break. You can just play music on your PC, it'll come through here, and then through your big system. You know what I mean? So that's kind of cool. So it works both ways. Now also, this mixer has provisioning for an external effects board. Don't mind the monster cables, they're cheap. They are cheap. And what I use is a Korg KP3, pretty simple. Okay? And what I like about this is the fact that because the Korg only has one in, one out, this is perfect. So I can plug my Korg in. It'll get sent information from send. It'll return to the main amplifier and go through. Now whatever channel I'm running, if I'm running through the PC, taking music from it through USB, through my decks, through anything that this is plugged into, it'll run that signal through this KP3 immediately. So it's great. It's high-end on that regard. I like it. Nothing really else on the back here. There's a power switch that you use to turn it on. And let's go through the rest of the top. So gain controls, pretty standard fare. I've left these alone because I sort of use my main mixing board to take care of that. High, mid, and low. Frankly, when I plugged this thing in and started plinking away, it sounded tinny as all hell. Okay? Now I managed to sort of lump that out with a few things. Just basically messing with the gain controls. Now channel 1 has its gain and level controls. Channel 2 has its gain and level controls. Now what this does not have are kill switches. So you don't have an EQ kill for low, mid, or high. You gotta do this. Wow, turn the dial, big deal. A lot of people like to just basically kill things on the fly, so there would be a switch 1, 2, 3 on, I think, the vmx200 to do that. Just to basically kill low pass frequencies, mid and high. So all you get coming out of your speakers are the high passes, mid, or the lows. There is a mic provision here that goes with that little jack you saw on the bottom with high and low EQs, which is kind of interesting, I guess, but you could have some fun with this doing the vocoder tricks. This has a built-in vocoder. You can turn it on, you can turn it off, and there's a level control. I don't even bother with it. I'll get to these in, at some point. PFL is here. What's interesting is, whereas this mixer has dedicated PFL channels, well, if it was on, you'd see it. Actually, I should turn it on anyway. And this is basically your headphones. You can listen to the music before it heads through to the mixer. If you don't know what a PFL is, go check out Ella Skins. She'll walk you through your mixers. So anyway, this mixer, the 200FX, has dedicated PFLs and a slider to control listening to what's coming through your headphones or through the deck that isn't live and what is live and heading out to your system. This one has, and I don't like this really much at all, is a little sort of runner like that. So you can sort of skip back and forth between the channels. Not my favorite system, I'm not going to lie. But that's fine. Also, we have this, which can split it left and right for you, so you can probably just completely ignore the idea of having this little thing, keep it in the middle. And it will send one channel of audio through one headphone speaker, and another channel audio through the other headphone speaker, so you might find that to be a little bit better. Metering, we've got an OK meter. It's certainly better than the one on here. I'll just kind of boot this thing up and see if I can find something to play. Might as well look at this gear while we're here. Oops. So this is what we call the ultimate bargain basement sort of ad hoc system. And I won't even bother with that one. That's just for the music chair in the corner. Okay, so I don't know how well you'll actually hear this either, because kind of junk. Have a little drum and bass for people today. That sounds good. This is Indivision, and Don't Leave Me This Way. So we'll do that. Okay. There for monitors. Now the meter itself is fantastic. So I'll turn that down a little bit. The meter itself is okay, it's okay. It's not just fantastic, but it is what it is. Now, what I use it as is a PFL meter, so I can tell what level of audio is coming from this as well as this. See, if I pick a quiet song on this guy now, without really keeping it playing, this mixer will, and every mixer does this, will monitor the left and right, or I say the A and B channels would be a little bit better. So I'm going to pick some Jurassic 5 here, granted, okay? It's probably a quieter song. And you can see that the currently active channel, channel A, when it's really into it and playing the rip, come on, is a lot more energetic than this one in terms of actual hard volume. So you got to compensate for that somehow. Now I have my faders all the way up, so what you may want to do is keep them in a slightly lower spot, and that way you can at least amp them up. I think that's how that works. Well, maybe not. But anyway, that's your meter. I'm still learning that one because I haven't had one before particularly. Now this thing has a 2-mode meter. This will monitor how much sound is coming out of the main, which as you can tell is just absolutely jacked. Yes, that's it actually. My apologies. So plus 10, minus 25, whatever, right? Okay. So this monitors the active channel only. PFL, just as a refresher, monitors what each individual channel is doing regardless of whether or not it's live to the system. Okay. Crossfader, obviously very simple. There is a curve here, and I'm going to try and mess with this here. I haven't really done too much with it, but what this does, turn this up a little bit. You may not hear this. Okay. Basically, once again, it's like the crossfader curve. Now we come in over here down with it sharp, we can sort of very gradually fade in on soft. So this is basically the curve for the individual